Yo, Rumits here, and today I'm going to let you know who I think the best budget defenders are in FIFA 23. Of course, budget is subjective, so I'm going to go with players who are under 100k as of 28th of March 2023. There may be one or two exceptions though. We're slowly approaching team of the season, but I think until then, these players are still extremely solid options for their positions. So let's start with the left backs. So first up we have Juan Miranda's road to the final card. Of course won't be getting any more upgrades. Betis were knocked out by Man United, but this card does remain one of the best budget left back options in the game. He comes in at around 70k at the moment, and for 70k stick a shadow on him and you get 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. His defending stats are all boosted up in the high 90s. I've tried him in game and he is a very consistent left back. He's also decent going forward. I mean 90 shot power, 82 long shots. If you get the opportunity, don't be too afraid. But yeah, I've tried him and he is definitely a solid option at left back. Next up we have Tagliafico, the fantasy foot card, yet to receive any upgrades, so this card could get better and is currently coming in at 54k. Sticking a shadow on him boosts his acceleration and sprint speed up to the mid 90s, so he has enough pace. His defending looks great with a shadow, all in the mid to high 90s, and his physicals are good. His dribbling is good. Because he's 5'8", he feels really nice on the ball as well. So yeah, if you have a League One team, I do recommend Tagliafico. So next up we've got Nuno Mendes of PSG, still in the French league, coming in at around 50k. This card has held value throughout the year so far, and it still remains a usable left back with some really good links. Of course with the anchor, the acceleration and sprint speeds in the high 90s, and even though the defending 78 and physical 77, I do feel that he performs better than those in game. So yeah, definitely a solid option. So the first gold card I'm going to highlight here is Theo Hernandez of AC Milan. In the Serie A, he's got the French links as well, coming in at a mere 13k. Honestly, this card is still good to this day. I used the 86 rated inform version of this card for hundreds of games, but that comes in at 150k, so I can't highlight that here. However, if you can save up for that card, you won't be disappointed. But gold Theo Hernandez is definitely still good enough even at this stage. I mean, you knew this one was coming, didn't you? Gold Ferland Mendy, I still think is just about usable at this stage of the game, coming in at just under 6k. I mean, just as recent as December, he was up at about 20k when I believe he was out of packs when his Winter Wildcards card was in packs. Honestly, this card is still usable. He's got the 5-star weak foot with the shadow. His acceleration and sprint speed are boosted up to 99. He has great defensive stats, decent physicals as well. Mendy won't let you down. If you're enjoying this video so far, why don't you subscribe to the channel? I'll be bringing you more content like this and frequent player reviews. But let's move on to the centre backs. Now here's one that you may not have been expecting. Inform William Saliba from Team of the Week number 1. So this card came out at the start of the game, and as you can see, 540 games I've used him a lot, and I can tell you that he is surprisingly a really good centre back. With the shadow, he is lengthy, so his pace feels a lot higher than 80, I can tell you that, and his defending is actually really good. The shadow boosts his interceptions up to 95, standing and sliding tackle both 96 and 98 respectively. Decent physicals. Honestly, he's pretty good in game. You might want to give him a try. He is around 40k at the moment. Next up, we've got Road to the World Cup, Benjamin White. Benny Blanco himself. Yes, I am an Arsenal fan, but that does not take away from the fact that he is a solid centre back. Just under 100k at the moment. He was 90k when I made my list. Now he's touching 100, but he is a solid option. What I will say is he does have pretty good dribbling for a centre back, 80 base stat, but yeah, in game he does feel a bit smoother than most. With a shadow, he's got great defending stats, interceptions 98, standing tackle 97, sliding tackle 99, defensive awareness 93, physicals decent as well. So yeah, if you try Benny Blanco out, you will not be disappointed. So here is a more budget one, still in the Premier League, Thilo Kehrer with the 5-star weak foot, coming in at around 37k. He has jumped up about 10k in price recently. Maybe people realise he's a great budget option, but with the anchor he is lengthy. It boosts his acceleration up to 85, sprint speed up to 90. He's got decent defensive stats already, and his physicals look great with the anchor. I mean, 99 jumping, 98 strength, 91 aggression. I mean, what more can you ask for 37k? Next up, we've got gold Virgil van Dijk coming in at 55k. What I will say about him though is his pace split is a bit annoying. 68 acceleration, even when boosted, he does feel a little bit slow. I play a high line in defense, so when someone's in behind on Van Dijk, he's not really catching them. I would suggest playing him if you play a deep back line. He is an auto defender. He's got amazing defensive stats, great physicals, a massive in-game build. Yeah, gold Van Dijk is definitely a great option at centre back. So, inform Fikayo Tomori. What more can I say about this card? 741 games, that is a lot of games with one card. I have a lot of experience with this guy, and I can now say he's actually 95k, he's actually under 100k. When I put my list together, he was about 120, so he has come down into the budget range. I know that's subjective, but yeah, if you can afford this guy in your centre back position and fit him into your team, he is amazing. He is fast, he is physical, and his defending is great. Highly recommend this card. So coming in at around half the price of Inform Tomori, we've got honourable mentions Bremer. Honestly, this guy is great in game. Under 45k, I can't believe it. He's got a really big frame. With the shadow, he's lengthy. He's got 90 acceleration, 91 sprint speed. His defending stats are amazing. All up in the high 90s. He's got great physicals as well. 88 strength, 88 aggression. You can't ask for too much more in a centre back. For 45k, he's a bargain. Now this one may also surprise you. We've got World Cup Stories Kier. Honestly, this card performs so much better than its stats in game. I don't know why. He's got a rubbish pace split, 71 acceleration, but he feels really fast in game. Of course, with the shadow, he is lengthy. His defending stats all in the high 90s with the shadow. His physicals are good as well. But yeah, there's just something about this card in game. He's great, and then coming in at 18k, that is the best bargain I've mentioned so far. That is a crazy price for a card like this, trust me. So here's another one that I tried out in the Serie A that I did enjoy, Inform Danilo. What's interesting about him is he's got pretty good defending, pretty good passing, and okay shooting. His pace is good enough, and his defending is in the high 90s with a shadow, and his physicals are pretty good as well. I think if you're looking for a budget centre back who is more agile for under 30k, he's a bargain. Next up, a few options in La Liga. We've got Ronald Araujo's Path to Glory card. It's a shame they got knocked out. It would have been nice with a few more upgrades, but he's still a solid centre back. What I will say is Araujo is not as overpowered as he was at the start of the game. His gold card was crazy, but I think at this stage, this card is definitely still usable. He has decent pace. The pace split isn't the best. Sometimes he can feel a little bit slow and cumbersome in game, but his defending is great and his physicals are great. His passing is good enough. So yeah, a decent option in La Liga. Now coming in at a mere 17k, we have a centre back with 88 pace. I mean, in previous FIFAs, if you said that, you'd be like, what are you talking about? But apparently in FIFA 23, these sorts of cards are basically this card. Him in game, he's pretty good. I won't say he's amazing. However, if you want a smaller, agile, faster centre back, he's only 5'11". Here's your guy. He is fast in game. He's got good defensive stats with a shadow. He is only the controlled accelerate type, and he's got decent physicals as well. If you're playing him, I would advise that you put him next to someone taller and more physical. However, he is pretty good. So a quick gold option in La Liga, we've got Eder Militao. With the shadow, he's got great pace for a centre back. His defending is pretty good as well, mostly in and around the 90 mark. His physicals, even though he's got 79 strength, I will say that he feels stronger in game. And if you just need a really cheap centre back in La Liga, you can still get away with using this card, only 7.5k. A few options from the Bundesliga now. First, we've got Klosterman. This card is lengthy with an anchor, coming in at just under 60k at the moment. His acceleration 84, sprint speed 96. He does feel a bit faster in game because he is lengthy. He's got great defensive stats and good physicals as well. The player I'm about to go on to, I feel is a bit better than him though, and slightly cheaper, but that's only my opinion. I think the consensus is that Klosterman's better, so yeah, definitely a great option at centre back in the Bundesliga. So here we have World Cup Team of the Tournament, Gvardiol. Honestly, I think this card is amazing value, coming in at just over 40k. He's lengthy with the shadow, acceleration 92, sprint speed 96, amazing defending stats, all in around the 90 mark. Physicals amazing too. I tried this card and he is very good. I did like him more than Klosterman. The only issues with him are the links. But if you can link him, then honestly, for 40k, you can't get much better than him. So here's one I'm just going to throw in. This card was actually given away through some random objective relatively recently. They just gave this card out. He's currently about 24k on the market. But in game, this card is actually pretty decent. I've used him a few times. And yeah, he doesn't really put a foot wrong at the back. Obviously, he's not top tier or anything. But if you just need a budget centre back in the Bundesliga, German links, Dortmund links, he's a great option. With a Catalyst, which I have on, I don't know why, don't ask me, or a Shadow, he is the lengthy accelerate type. So he does feel faster and it boosts his acceleration and sprint speed up to 91 and 90. His defending is already good. So if you put a Shadow on him, it'll be up in the high 90s and his physicals are good as well. Decent dribbling for a centre back. So yeah, great budget option. So moving on to right backs, a card I've reviewed recently, Foot Birthday Emerson Royale. This is a great right back coming in at 85k or so, amazing value. He's gone down even more. He was about 100, 120. 85k is a steal for this card at right back. I think he's probably the best value right back in the Premier League. I mean, you can use an anchor or a shadow on him. He has great pace, dribbling, defending, physicals. He's got the 5-star skills, decent passing as well. If you need a right back in the Premier League, here is your guy. Now, if you're in need of a right back in Serie A with Italian links, Napoli as well, we've got Di Lorenzo. The inform card, 88 rated, coming in at about 54k or so. Great value. With a shadow, he's boosted up to 98 acceleration and sprint speed, so it's fast enough. He's got decent dribbling, passing, defending is good as well, and decent physicals. Got the good links, as I mentioned. I've tried him in game. He just does the job. So yeah, if you want a right back in Serie A that does the job, here's your guy. So from the World Cup team of the tournament, we've got Denzel Dumfries coming in at 32k or so. Another great option in the Serie A. He's got great pace because with a shadow, he is lengthy. 89 acceleration, 98 sprint speed, feels a little faster. He's got okay passing. He's not the most agile, but I think he's agile enough. His defending is amazing and his physicals. He's got 93 strength, 87 aggression and 96 stamina with great heading. He's 6'2" in game. He is a different type of right back, but I think he is a great option. You just need to get used to him. Now here's one that I don't see too many people use. Jules Koundé inform card just comes in under 80k. However, when I tried this card out, I thought it was really good in game. He's got great pace because with the anchor he's lengthy. He's got great defending and physicals, and he was actually alright going forward. So if you need a La Liga right back, don't be afraid to use Koundé there. So closing out the right backs, we've got Jed Spence in the League One now, English links as well. For under 20k, I don't think you're getting much better value in the right back position than him. Honestly, stick an anchor on him, acceleration goes up to 94, sprint speed up to 97. He feels that fast in game. Honestly, he feels rapid in game. His passing is okay, his dribbling, he feels nice on the ball actually. His defending and physicals are great. If you have a League One team or can fit him in, try him out. I think he will surprise you. That's the end of the list. Apologies if the video was a little bit long, but if you found it useful, please give the video a thumbs up. It'll be greatly appreciated and it will help me gauge if you like this type of content, and perhaps I can make a video on budget midfielders. I've tried to only highlight tradable cards because I don't want to be highlighting SBCs and objectives that nobody can get. That's kind of pointless. And if you think I've missed anybody out, please comment in the comment section, let us know. I'm sure we'd love to hear it. You should be able to find reviews for most of the players that I've covered here on this channel, but again, this has only been my opinion. Please like, subscribe and comment if you appreciate it. Take care.